General Houston, sir, the enemy are laughing you to scorn. You must fight them. You must retreat no further. The country expects you to fight. The salvation of the country depends on your doing so. David Burnett, President of Texas.
After the Alamo fell and Santa Anna ordered all prisoners shot, he had said he was going to kill everybody that's opposing the Mexican government. There's a terrific panic over the country. And the families that could got their belongings together in a buggy or a wagon or whatever they had, a horseback. Some didn't have any vehicles. Walk and carry what you could, drag it, or put on a mule. And the families just abandoned their homes. And that was called the runaway scrape. And they were trying to get across the Sabine River to get into New Orleans before they got killed.
The fledgling government of Texas retreated to the little town of Harrisburg. There, they demanded that Sam Houston stand and fight. But Houston kept his own counsel, poring over Caesar's commentaries on war, gnawing on the raw ears of corn with which he filled his saddlebags.
Had I consulted the wishes of all, I should have been like the ass between two stacks of hay. I consulted no one. I held no councils of war. If I err, the blame is mine.
Houston and his small army were in full retreat, zigzagging across Texas, keeping just out of range of the advancing Mexicans. Rumors spread that alcohol had undercut his courage. Settlers jeered him from the roadside.
And the men under him said he is a coward. And Sidney Sherman, the colonel, tried to replace him. Sam Houston said, anybody that tries to remove me from this command, I'll execute him on the spot.
For more than a month, Santa Anna pursued Houston's elusive army. Then the Mexican general made a mistake. He divided his troops and veered off in hopes of capturing the provisional government. Houston slipped up behind him at a bend in a river called the San Jacinto.
April 21st, 1836. We are in preparation to meet Santa Anna. It is the only chance of saving Texas. We go to conquer. It is wisdom growing out of necessity to meet the enemy now.
Santa Anna's army was surrounded by water on three sides. Houston's 800 men moved into position on the fourth.
There were trees there. Houston had men up in those trees watching them and calling down to him what to do. And he says the cavalry over there have taken their saddles off. They're taking the horses to drink. This is siesta time. It's 3:30, and most of the Mexicans are having their siesta. Houston immediately ordered them to line up.
Trust in God and fear not, he told his men. Remember Goliad. Remember the Alamo. Houston led the charge himself, swinging his saber. His horse fell, hit 5 times. Houston climbed onto another horse. It too was killed. And this time Houston's right leg was splintered by a musket ball. But Santa Anna's army was on the run. The Texans and the company of Tejanos under Juan Seguin were right behind them. The fighting lasted just 18 minutes. But the slaughter went on for another hour. When it was all over, 600 Mexican soldiers lay dead. Nearly 700 more had surrendered. The surprise had been so complete, the blow so sudden, that only 6 Texans died during the Battle of San Jacinto. Santa Anna himself was made Sam Houston's prisoner and forced to sign a piece of paper ceding Texan independence. Now there were 3 independent republics in North America: Mexico, the United States, and, under President Sam Houston, the new Republic of Texas.
The loss of Texas will inevitably result in the loss of New Mexico and the Californias. Little by little, our territory will be absorbed until only an insignificant part is left to us. Our national existence will end like those weak meteors that from time to time shine fitfully in the firmament and disappear. José María Tornelli Mendeville.